Hey guys, how's it going? It is my different username here, and today I actually get to be showing you one of the best light machine guns to use in the game Call of Duty Ghosts due to its versatility, its mobility, also the fact that it has many trade-offs to the point where it actually becomes a well-balanced rifle when it comes to the low rate of fire and also the low recoil, meaning that any long-range targets would have to fear this gun and its presence anytime a player comes around the corner or has a standoff with you across the map. And there's a lot of amazing aspects about this gun, so here it is, the LEGO M27-IAR. So the M27-IAR, or IAR meaning Infantry Automatic Rifle. Basically, this gun is a light machine gun built off an assault rifle platform, which actually is an amazing aspect if you think about it, because of the fact that most light machine guns come with belt-fed mechanics. It actually makes it very difficult to use in close quarter combat, making this gun something that can be used at long range to suppress enemies, and also something that can be used to clear out a house or a building at the same time. Now, when I said the M27 could be used in close quarter combat, obviously the model from Ghost couldn't be, because look at the size of this barrel. It's absolutely insane how big it is. Like, I couldn't believe it when I first built it either, but it is really this size. This weapon actually has a full-length tactical rail applied to the top, while also the handguard having 45-degree angle tactical rails to hold many stuff like lasers and items, as well as the fact that the handguard has some zip ties attached to it. This could mean anything, meaning that the weapon was probably damaged during combat, and as a temporary solution, zip ties were the best option to keep the handguard together without it falling apart on the player. I mean, it provides some backstory to the gun, and I kind of like seeing that when it comes to weapons. Another addition to the M27 actually happens to be the bipod that comes with it, and what's really cool about this bipod is this is the first bipod design that I've ever created that actually makes it look like a conventional bipod that you actually see on real guns. Like in my last video of the M4A1's bipod, it is pathetic compared to the design on this one, because this design actually makes sense and it can even be functionally used at the same time. It's nice and I really enjoy it. This angled foregrip actually is not an attachment on the gun, but therefore it is actually just part of the gun itself. But I have to say, in real life terms, this grip is actually very useful because of the fact that the double drum magazine actually sticks out very far. It's actually very useful when it comes to gripping the gun because of the fact that that drum magazine gets in the way of where your arm would normally be. So right here we actually have the carry handle for the gun, and as you can tell, it is kind of in a weird spot. I can actually imagine holding the real still version of this, seeing this carry handle and going, why is it right here? This is incredibly off balance. There's no way I'm actually going to be able to use this. I might as well use the actual gun itself, holding it by the pistol grip instead of using that carry handle. Now, when it comes to the magazines for this gun, it can actually use any magazine, including the 5.56 round, including this 30 round Stanag magazine, but its main feature actually happens to be the double drum magazine, or otherwise known as the Beta 100 round magazine, which is actually used in the game. And I gotta say, compared to the Stanag magazine, that drum mag is really heavy. It's almost the entire weight of the gun itself, but in a magazine, which is absolutely insane. And this is just the LEGO version. I could never imagine actually using the real steel version of this in real combat. It must be very difficult, and I cannot believe that they actually would use this. It's more of a gimmick if it's one thing, but I guess compared to a 100 round belt feeding light machine gun, it would actually be more effective to have this in a magazine form rather than a belt feeding form. So this is the receiver for the M27-IAR, and as you can tell, it actually has a lot of adaptations compared to any type of AR platform out there when it comes to the textured pistol grip and an ambidextrous fire selector, and also as well as a lighter bolt pull. If you actually compare the bolt pull from this compared to the M4A1 I just made 2 weeks ago, as you can tell, there is actually a faster bolt pull on this than there is on the M4, actually making this a realistic recreation of how the guns actually compare to each other when it comes to real life. So finally, here we are at the iron sights, and remember the backstory I was talking about when it came to this gun, as well as the zip ties on the handguard. This rear sight actually features a notch being taken out of it but still used, which makes a great characteristic when it comes to this gun. But as well as when it comes to the sights on this gun, they're actually pretty decent, and I'm actually really liking them a lot whenever I use this gun in the game. But it's also pretty cool because they're flip up and flip down iron sights, meaning that you can attach any optic to the gun as well, and if the optic was ever damaged, you can flip up the iron sights and use them as backup. Overall, when it comes to the M27-IAR in Call of Duty Ghosts, I have to say this has to be without a doubt one of the best LMGs to use in the game. Compared to all the other ones, this just has a very balanced system when it comes to everything, including the low recoil, the low rate of fire, and basically any adaptation to it, meaning that this could be used as an assault rifle as well as an LMG all at the same time. So further ado, let's send some plastic downrange. So subscribe for more Ghost weapons, like, favorite, and comment if you have enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching.